Hi everyone, and welcome to Crimson News at Noon. It is good to see you today. I'm Laura Papetti. We do begin with this just coming in new at noon. Anthony Fuerte has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for the murder of Makayla Young. She was 24 years old when she was found dead from multiple stab wounds at a Spokane motel. The Spokane County Medical Examiner later ruled her death as a homicide. Two men were charged in relation to her death, Fuerte and Lionel White. Court documents showing Makayla had said she was afraid Fuerte was going to kill her because he believed she had set him up to be arrested. The two were in a relationship. Fuerte did plead guilty to first-degree murder for his role in her death. Young's family was in court the day the plea deal was read.
We're disappointed. We feel like Makayla deserves more than this. She really does. She deserves more than a plea deal. And we're just really disappointed in our system.
Makayla's sister there also calling her a bright light in everyone's life who loved hard and was trusting of everyone. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up in support of Young's family. Supporters have donated more than $11,000 thus far. Lori Eisenberg, the North Idaho woman who was accused of killing her husband, was also sentenced this morning. Eisenberg was sentenced to life in prison. She will not be eligible for parole for 30 years with credit for time served. In February, Eisenberg did plead guilty to second-degree murder, but the plea was an Alford plea, meaning she admitted there was indeed enough evidence to convict her of the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Eisenberg's husband was found dead in Lake Coeur d'Alene in 2018. Investigators say he had a lethal amount of Benadryl in his system. 12:02 right now. Coronavirus cases are at their lowest in nearly a year, and that's in part due to the effectiveness of the vaccines. The 7-day average for new coronavirus cases in the U.S. is less than 30,000, about a tenth of what it was at the peak back in January. In 9 states, at least 70% of adults are considered partially vaccinated. In 10 other states, mostly in the South, less than half have gotten a dose. Talking to an epidemiologist who says vaccinating new people now requires chasing them down.
Going to community centers, going to farmers markets, whatever it is, but going to where the people are.
Yes, and there's also some new guidance for Washington Labor and Industries. One of the big changes includes employers can now let their staff members work without wearing a mask. Brandon T. Jones has more on what to expect when you enter a business.
Employers can now let their staff drop the mask. All workers have to do is provide proof of vaccination to the L&I before doing so. This also does not stop employers from still requiring masks, and of course workers can still choose to wear a mask on their own. The new L&I guidance does not change masking rules for healthcare settings like hospitals, long-term care, or doctor offices. Neither does it change for correctional facilities, homeless shelters, schools, child care centers, or day camps. A federal order requiring masks on public transportation also remains in place, so that means airplanes, buses, any type of public transportation. Before ending mask and social distance requirements, employers must confirm workers are fully vaccinated. As mentioned, there are a couple ways workers can prove vaccinations. They can do so by providing a CDC vaccination card, a photo of that card, documentation from a healthcare provider, a signed attestation from the worker, or documentation from the state immunization information system. So all you have to do is provide that information to the L&I, then you'll be able to drop the mask in the workplace. From Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, Crimson News.
After a moratorium on disconnections, power companies could soon resume shutting off power in people's homes and residences. The Washington Utilities and Transportation Commission adopted a resolution for disconnections to restart coming up July 31st. Now, this is the first time since the beginning of the pandemic that disconnects will have been allowed. First disconnection notices could be sent out as early as June. And 5 people in Kootenai County have died of suspected fentanyl overdoses in just 8 days. Authorities are warning the public about a sharp increase in deaths related to illicit narcotics that have been laced with fentanyl.
It's a disturbing trend, not, like I said, just not locally, but nationwide. You know, we talk about pandemic every day, and that's truly what we're dealing with here.
So the local Kootenai County unit says overdose deaths rose by nearly 40% in 2020. All right. It is 12:05 right now. We're going to take a moment. It's a great day out there right now. It's been raining a little bit on and off in different areas. Others, like if you walk out to our parking lot, it's as sunny as can be because that's as far as I've gotten this morning.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is the parking lot.
Yeah.
But
We got a little bit of rain up here.
Yeah.
It was pretty early in the day, and I was sitting going, well, we desperately need it. But as a man who's starting to mow his lawn, I'm like, no.
yeah, stop the growth. That is why rock gardens are really pretty.
I was thinking, just rock the whole yard, rock the whole thing.
All of it. Anyway, but it is, we did have a little bit of rain on and off this weekend, but we had some great sunshine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we head into the week, we've got a couple more chances at a little bit of rain in the coming days. And then after that, well, it is eventually going to warm up and sun up. We got a little bit of sun peeking out at the airport in Spokane, 63 degrees, if you can believe it. Our temperatures are going to continue to climb this afternoon. We will be a little bit warmer. Coeur d'Alene a little bit cooler, 52 there, 48 up in Sandpoint, and already in the 70s out in Moses Lake. Our wind does stay a little bit stronger in this afternoon, expected to pick up just a bit. As we get the sun to shine, sun will start to warm up the ground, radiative heating, and that will create little turbulent eddies, and that will help that wind pick back up later on today. That's just a fun way of describing it. We
It's like throwing in turbulent eddies.
I do. I know, like, every once in a while I go full nerd and
You
I go,
do.
oh no, I'm trying not to let them know.
I like it.
Well, anyway, north of Interstate 90, still picking up some light showers. A lot of this stuff is very light in nature, not until you get into those deeper greens is it really coming down as rain. And that's really what we kind of expect through the second half of the day. Tomorrow, looks like we get another push of moisture across the inland northwest. Not overly widespread, but hey, anything we can get this time of year because we need it. This afternoon, our temperatures climb. I think we squeeze about another 5 degrees out of the day. 68 is our forecast high. And then tomorrow, even cooler than today, but we've got a roller coaster ride of temperatures, and I'll walk you through what to expect as we close out the work week.
All right, my friend, thank you very much. 12:07 right now. After 17 nights lost in Umpqua National Forest, a 69-year-old man was found alive on Sunday over the weekend. So Harry Burley was reported missing Friday, May 7th, after he failed to return home from a camping trip. After days of searching, a team found him in a shelter that he had made near where he got lost. And they called out and he responded. Police say he was walking and complaining of some minor pain, but overall in stable condition. So pretty amazing, over 2 weeks lost in the forest. All right, 12:08 right now. It's important to be proactive, especially when it comes to wildfire season. So coming up, we have some tips and tricks to keep your home safe.